morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. Tuesday, August 7, 2018, 40 minutes before the opening bell. The VIX falling again this morning pre-market. We're under the 11 level. Can you believe that? It was just not long ago. We were up near 20. And you see we broke now. We're in the 10s, down almost 2.5% for the VIX today. Levels we have not seen since before the spike we had to the upside for the VIX and the market pullback at the start of the year. Kind of sobered up market participants. Remember, we went through all of 2017. And you would just, all you would hear is about, oh my gosh, the VIX, it's trading so low. There's no risk in this market. And so kind of a smack in the face at the start of the year. And now we're getting back to the levels that we used to see in 2017 and before that. And the VXX is back in its beatdown mode. It came up to resistance support not long ago at the 38 level. Could not break through it. Now look at us. We broke through the 30 level. And we're back in that smack the VIX down. It's back in a position where it continues to go down pretty much every trading session. And you just look on a monthly basis for the VIX. The last 3 trading sessions, a sharp collapse. And this is the start of August. So I was talking about this. If you look at the SPY ETF, the start of the months have been very bullish over especially the last 3 months. So we get the start of the month, we're up. Look at the start of May, the start of June, the start of July. Here we are, the start of August. And what's going on here? We're moving up. The last 3 trading sessions. Look at that move up for the S&P 500 ETF. The spiders nearing new all-time record highs. The NASDAQ nearing new all-time record highs. Small caps, not so much, but we're consolidating here, looking to break out over the 170 level. So very bullish for the market. The bond market, on the other hand, TLT, setting up for some downside on a long-term basis here. That 112 level is going to act as support. And then we break through that, possible move down to 95. Longer term for TLT, yeah, you know me. Let's look at some charts here. I like IQ setting up here, and this is sorry. There we go. Beautiful wedge pattern here. I believe we're going to break up at least to 3250. We break there. We could be looking at new all-time record highs. Mosaic reported earnings yesterday. It's broken out, guys. Look at this. Go all the way back on a 10-year basis here. We are breaking out to the upside for Mosaic. Remember, this was one of those stocks that was pretty hot just before the financial crisis. Well, look, it reported earnings in 2013. It had less revenue and less EPS than it did today. And guess what? That was on the downswing of earnings. You see, it was starting to really pull back after hitting record highs. So Moss was on the downswing, reported higher earnings, revenue in 2013 when it was almost a $40, $50 stock. Less earnings and revenue and earnings per share than it did just yesterday. And yesterday upgraded guidance yesterday. So looking really good for Mosaic. For a move to the upside in the medium term up to 40, 45, 50. So I'm going to go out to 2019. Already have the weekly calls on Mosaic. Vitamin Shop reports earnings tomorrow before the bell. I've been talking about this one for a while. Look at that. We got a buy signal here. I have to extend my earnings gaps. But you see the first earnings gap we had last summer at this exact earnings report brought us under the double-digit mark for the very first time in the history of Vitamin Shop. I think we're going to get back over that with the earnings report. Of course, nothing's a lock with earnings. You never know, but I do think there's a good chance we're going to see a nice move to the upside. And then the next target would be the earnings drop that we saw earlier in 2017, which would possibly get the stock back up to $20 a share, which is over a 100% move from where we are. It's a possibility. Just keep an eye on it. Reports earnings before the bell tomorrow. I'm going to be watching. We have plenty of other stocks moving this morning. Google is sharply higher. With the China news, we had that last week kind of come out that Google is going to try and get back into China. Google is back over the 1250 level here pre-market. Facebook trying to recover losses from its earnings report. You can see it respected this trend line, respected support, and it looks poised to get up to that 195 level. That's the next point of resistance support. So Facebook, and of course everyone was writing off FANG in the tech sector, and Facebook, the top was in, and the price action is going to really tell the story there. Twitter, let's just pull up a shorter term chart. Someone's asking me, well, what about Twitter? Just the chart here looks kind of bearish. Does that look like a bear flag to you? So as much as I like Twitter, I'm going to stay away from it until this resolves, either to the upside or the downside. I think a lot to do with the Twitter short term move is going to be Snap, which reports earnings after the close today. You can see its earnings report in May, a big collapse. Its earnings report in February, a big spike. So what's going to happen this time around? Tough to say. We broke out of that wedge. So it's really a tough nut here to crack. It's probably something I'll stay away from until after the earnings report. All right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. So this market continues to move to highs. We got the S&P 500 just a stone's throw away from new all-time record highs. And if you look from a longer-term time frame, We get these pullbacks for the market. We've had these pullbacks since 2009. Pullback rally, pullback rally, pullback rally. Some of the pullback and rallies, the rallies after the pullbacks have lasted years. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen this time around, but if you look, we had a pullback back into the start of 2016. We had a massive rally with only 3 red candles here from that rally. It started at the lows of February. Here we are again, another February 2000-esque type reversal, right, that we have here. Looks very similar to the one we had at the end of 2015, start of 2016. Starting off here with some very positive months. Crazy to think about it, but we're really close to that SPY 300 mark. We're grinding higher. A lot of the risks have been priced into the market already, I think. I mean, look, the tariff headlines, what are we getting? A 2, 3, 4 hour reaction? And I think a lot of the downside we saw last week on the tariff action was from, or the trade war was from China's move. China was moving down 2, 3%. Well, guess what? China today up almost 3%. I think that's going to help lift the market as well. So from a longer term perspective, the market looks very good here on these pullbacks. The trend remains what? I mean, look at this. You want to short this? Trade of the year 2017. Short the QQQ. Why? Because it's been up already. Already been up. Yeah, and look what happened. Continues to the upside. That's called a trend until that reverses. Siding with the upside has been the most successful strategy since the lows of March 2009. All right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. We'll see you in the chat room. Goodbye.